when we had the need to do something with the roof, we did a general search, internet search, and kind of tried to sift through the results, and Golden Group seemed really appealing online. Our particular challenge was that we had an existing solar system on the roof that was old. It was fine, but it was old. But the bigger problem was underneath it, we needed a new roof. We had to change it out. It had gotten old. And so what we were looking for was a company that would do both roofing and solar installation. And so in looking around, that was one of the reasons we landed on Golden Group Roofing, because they seemed to have experience in both, and it turned out they really do. Well, after we reached out, there was some contact, and Anthony came to meet us at the house and to talk to us about it and to look around. We had a complex situation here with an existing system that had to come off, and decisions to be made around the solar as well as the roofing choices. And he was great. He walked us all through that, took his time, showed us options, really took time to understand our problem and our challenge. And what I will say that particularly appealed to me, because we also, and I would recommend everybody talk to a few places, mostly what I run into a lot that turns me off quickly is pressure. And Golden Group Roofing there was no pressure. We met with Anthony multiple times. He came back with responses to challenges and questions we had, came up with some great solutions, and we worked together, and it was never a pressured situation, which I really appreciated. Yeah, I found that Golden Group used a bunch of methods of communication that really worked for us. So texting to Anthony, texting to some of the people that were going to be on site ahead of time, emails, and they were very thorough in communicating with us, told us what was going to happen, and it turned out to be exactly as promised. So there were no surprises, and they were reachable all the time, from the beginning to the end. I mean, with solar installation and roofing too, there's town interaction and approvals and reviews and things, and those were all well handled and happened as promised. But we could also call them anytime we wanted to get more information or to get a question answered. The day of the install, we were prepared for what ended up happening. We were told about where things would go, where workers would be, how they'd be working. And so we got our situation cleaned up for them so they could have the room to work, and it went exactly as planned. One of the concerns often, besides just doing the job well, which of course happened, clean up, managing the space so that it was safe, and all that stuff was great. Nothing was left. We had a dumpster briefly that was used well, and actually for me it was fun to step back and watch the process, because it's fascinating what a great team does when they come together to do work like this. So yeah, it was great, and it got done on schedule and as expected. Once the day was over and we were putting our yard back together, moving cars into the driveway and that, yeah, everything was exactly where it was. And literally, I didn't find anything in the yard, still have not found any random pieces. I mean, there's a lot going on when you're up on a roof. All that stuff was perfect. And so it was really well done. And we've been through other situations where there's a little more stuff left around, and that was not the case with Golden Group for sure. If a neighbor asked me for a recommendation about a roofing company, I would immediately talk about Golden Group Roofing, because the roofing part of what they did was excellent. But the solar part also was great, and I would probably pitch that, because I'm a big solar fan, and they put in a great system for us on top of a great roof.